Concrete surfaces and accents fit well with all kinds of styles, from the cool modern industrial to the warm, inviting farmhouse. But the perception of back-breaking 80-pound bags of concrete mix, a plumage of dust clouds, and messy mixing is enough to turn off plenty of casual DIYers. Skim coating with a feather finish over an existing surface gives you the look and feel of concrete without the headaches or backaches. You'll need Henry feather finish underlayment patch and skim coat, a basin, measuring cup, some water, a scraper, and a fine grit sandpaper. I found that a plastic scraper with the corner edges sanded into a curve helped me avoid gouging ugly lines into my fresh concrete. Safety glasses, gloves, and a dust mask. This project involves mixing concrete powder and sanding, so please wear these items during each step. Triple thick polyurethane and a quality paintbrush. For this project, I'm using a shelving unit turned coffee table. I've also done kitchen countertops using the same method. First, prep the surface to be skim coated by sanding over with a sandpaper. This will help the concrete adhere better, especially if you have a very smooth surface. Ensure all dust is cleaned up before continuing. Mix 2 parts feather finish to 1 part water. The feather finish is best in small batches as it's got a quick dry time, so I'm using 1 cup of mix to half a cup of water at a time. Mix everything in the basin with a scraper. Apply the feather finish to your surface in a thin layer the same way you'd ice a cake. Smooth out harsh lines or divots as you go. It doesn't have to be perfect either. Concrete is organically modern, so a little texture gives it character. Continue until you have your entire surface and side edges covered with a first layer and allowed to dry. The feather finish normally starts to set in 15 to 20 minutes and lightens as it dries. Clean your basin and scraper as soon as you finish your first coat, so the concrete doesn't harden. You've got a few more layers to go, and working around hardened concrete is a pain. Once the surface is fully dried and there are no dark spots left, lightly sand over with the sandpaper and clean up the dust. Follow the same process for layers 2 and 3. Mix up your feather finish in small batches and apply with a scraper. Let dry and sand between each. Sand layer number 3 to the smoothness you want on your finished surface and clean up. I'd originally experimented with a concrete sealer as the final step to this project, but I'd quickly learned that even with multiple sealer layers, greasy drips resulted in stains. Ultimately, I found that triple thick polyurethane provided my favorite finish, glossy and super protective. Apply the polyurethane with a quality paintbrush and allow to dry. Make sure you have adequate ventilation if you're working inside. I've done tabletops as well as kitchen countertops with this concrete method, and I love the results of each. Please no food prepping directly on these surfaces though, as they are not food safe. Use a cutting board or plate at all times. Concrete surfaces without the heavy lifting. On the fly DIY.